T, consonant, CVC. CVC. So what do? We double the last letter before we add ER. Fat becomes fatter. Okay? Because it corresponds to CVC. Consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay, in the superlative form, we double the last letter also, then add EST. So fat, fatter, fattest. Okay, we look at the next letter, thin, thin. Look at the last three letters, H-I-N. Ladies and gentlemen, do they correspond to CVC? Yes, because H is a consonant, I is a vowel, N is a consonant. So we have CVC. So in this case, what do? We double the last letter, which is N, before adding ER, okay, in the comparative form. So thin becomes thinner, and the superlative, thinnest. We go over to the next word, big. Let's look at the last three letters, ladies and gentlemen. B-I-G. Big. B is a consonant. I is a vowel. G is a consonant. So, do these three letters correspond to CVC? The answer is yes. Okay? Because B is a consonant. I is a vowel. And G is a consonant. So what do we do in this case? We double G, which is the last letter, before adding ER. So big, bigger. Superlative, biggest. When we look at the next letter, slim. Slim. Let's look at the last three letters. L. L is a consonant. I, a vowel. M, a consonant. So, do these three letters correspond to CVC? Yes, they do. So, what do we do in this case? We double the last letter M before adding ER to the adjective in the comparative form. So, slim becomes slimmer. And the superlative, slimmest. Okay, hot. Hot. How many syllables? Okay, one syllable. But look at the last three letters. H-O-T. Do they correspond to CVC? Yes, they do. Because H is a consonant. O is a vowel. T is a consonant. So they correspond to CVC. So what do? We double the last letter T before adding ER. Hot becomes hotter and hottest. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the rules. Okay, or this is the rule. Okay, when we have one syllable and the last three letters correspond to CVC. Okay, if we have if we have one syllable and one syllable and the last three letters do not correspond to CVC, we simply add ER and EST. So cold. Look at the last three letters. OLD. The last three letters do not correspond to CVC. Okay? Because O is a vowel, and L is a consonant, and D is a consonant. So we have VCC. What we are looking for is CVC. So it means that the last three letters in code, in this word code, okay, do not correspond to CVC. So in this case, what we do is to add ER, simply add ER. Cold becomes colder. And the superlative, coldest. So cold, colder, coldest. Okay? We go over to the next, ladies and gentlemen. When we have, for example, humble, simple, gentle, so, ladies and gentlemen, we look at the next group. Humble, humble, okay? How many syllables? Humble, 2 syllables. Simple, how many syllables? 2 syllables. Simple, okay? Gentle, ladies and gentlemen, how many syllables? 2 syllables. Gentle. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we have 2 syllables and the last letter is E, and you feel that when you pronounce it, there is that effect of on your tongue, okay? You simply add ST to the same adjective in the comparative form and add ST, okay? You simply add R, sorry. If it's humble, okay? 2 syllables and the last letter is E. The last letter is E. And you feel the impact of the pronunciation of O, like humble, on your tongue. You simply add R. That's all. Because there is an E. You don't double the E. You simply add R to the adjective in the comparative form. And in the superlative form, you add ST because there is an E. We don't add another E. Okay? So humble becomes humbler because there are 2 syllables. Humble. And the last letter is E. Okay? And there is that effect of O, L, E, L on your tongue. Okay? So we add R. Humble becomes humbler. Okay? The superlative humblest. The same thing with simple. How many syllables? 2 syllables. Simple. And there is that effect of L-E on your tongue. Simple. What do we say? Simpler. Simpler. Simplest. Gentle, the same. How many syllables? 2 syllables, and the last letter is E. Gentle. So, gentler. Superlative, gentlest. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, don't be confused about this word handsome. This E is silent. It's not like humble, simple, gentle, noble, but this is handsome. So the E is not pronounced. Okay? So don't be confused. This follows a different rule, which we shall see. Okay? So this is all about adjectives, okay, made up of 2 syllables, and the last letter is E. We go over to the next group of adjectives. Okay, in this case, ladies and gentlemen, We have pretty. Pretty, two syllables. Sorry, two syllables. Pretty, two syllables, and the last letter is Y. So when we have two syllables and the last letter is Y, we change the Y to I. Then we add ER to that adjective in the comparative form. And in the superlative form, we change the Y to I. Then we add EST, okay, to the same adjective in the superlative form. So pretty becomes prettier. Prettier. Superlative, prettiest. Heavy, the same thing. Heavy. Two syllables. And the last letter is Y. So what do? We change the Y to I. The Y changes to I. We have heavier. The Y changes to I. Okay? Then we add ER in the comparative form. And in the superlative form, the Y changes to I and we add EST. So heavy, heavier, heaviest, okay? Tiny, tiny means something very little, tiny, just like an ant. It's tiny, an ant is tiny, very, very, very little, ladies and gentlemen. So tiny, how many syllables? Two syllables. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Although this is what in English it's called diphthong. I plus E, we have I. So it's called diphthong. When we have this case, okay, two vowel sounds join together to form one vowel sound. So I, A, E, I. Tie. We consider it as one syllable, okay? So E also one syllable. So we have two syllables here. Tiny. Tiny. We will learn more about diphthongs in the upper grades in level 5, okay? So tiny, two syllables, the same rule. Tinier, tiniest. So this is all about adjectives, okay, made up of two syllables and the last letter is Y, okay? So we come over to the next group. We come over to the next group. Two syllables and the last letter is not Y and it is not E. So when we have two syllables and the last letter is not Y, the last letter is not Y and it is not E, we add more and most. More to the adjective in the comparative form and most to the adjective in the superlative form. So careful becomes more careful because the last letter is not Y and it is not E, okay? And the word is made up of two syllables. So we say careful, more careful, more careful, most careful. Okay, also honest. 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 Two syllables, okay? So the last letter, is it E? No. Is it Y? No. So what do? We add more, okay, to the adjective in the comparative form. So honest becomes more honest. Superlative, most honest. Honest more honest, most honest. Okay, we go over to the next group, ladies and gentlemen. Positive, comparative, superlative, the space is not enough. Superlative. We have, for example, beautiful, intelligent. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we have three syllables, if the word is made up of three syllables or more than three syllables, we use more and most. Again, if the adjective is made up of three syllables or more than three syllables, we use more with that adjective in the comparative form, and we use most with that adjective in the superlative form. For example, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful. How many syllables? Beautiful. Three syllables, okay? So in this case, we say more beautiful, most beautiful. Okay? Intelligent. Intelligent. 4 syllables. Intelligent. So as we say, if the syllables are 3 or more than 3, we use more and most. So intelligent, we say more intelligent, most intelligent. Okay? So we repeat. Fat, fatter, fattest. Thin, thinner, thinnest. Big, bigger, biggest. Slim, slimmer, slimmest. Hot, hotter, hottest. Cold, colder, coldest. Humble, humbler, humblest. Simple, simpler, simplest. Gentle, gentler, gentlest. Pretty, prettier, prettiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Tiny, tinier, tiniest. Careful, more careful, most careful. Honest, more honest, most honest. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Intelligent, more intelligent, most intelligent. Ladies and gentlemen, these adjectives or this group of adjectives are called regular adjectives. Regular. Regular adjectives. Why are they called regular adjectives? Because they follow the rule. They follow the law. They follow the rules. Okay, the rules which we have seen. For one syllable, when the last letter is, when the last 3 letters correspond to CVC, and when the adjective is just 1 syllable, okay, and the last 3 letters do not correspond to CVC, and when the adjective is made up of 2 syllables and the last letter is E, and when the adjective is made up of two syllables and the last letter is Y. And also, when the adjective is made up of two syllables and the last letter is not E and is not Y. And also, when the adjective is made up of three syllables or more than three syllables, okay? Before we conclude, I told about handsome, this word handsome, that the E is silent, so it corresponds to this. Okay? So handsome, more handsome, most handsome. Don't be confused, okay, with the E. The E, we don't pronounce it, so it's silent. Okay, so it follows this rule, the same rule with careful and honest. So we stop here for today, ladies and gentlemen. Next week, we will learn more about adjectives. I'll teach you irregular adjectives, okay? So we stop here for today, and don't forget to do your homework and submit to your teacher at the Adult Education Department. Have a nice time. Thank you for being with me, and goodbye.